Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing, and you can see in this update here, it's been a minute since we've talked. Had a busy weather night, slept most of the day, right? Preparing for another snowstorm potentially, but you can see the coins are finally starting to move. After we talked yesterday, we had a consolidation and a consolidation, and we were wondering if we're going to get another leg up to about the 56,000, right up to here. We have not. We've fallen back down, and we're taking the south route. And you can see your first underneath support is on this, what we've been calling for on the back test. Just like all back in here, it's been major support resistance zone on this fib circle, right? This orange fib circle, the 46,246, and that's where it's coming down to. So your next target is here, and this is where some buyers could be. And if you fall through that, your next leg is this double bottom at $42,169 from back here, right? You're going to double bottom if you can't hold where you're coming down to next. So this is where you're coming, like we've been talking about since this pump, that eventually you were coming back down here. We just didn't know if it was going to start there or if we had one more little leg up into here and then down. But obviously this was the topping out right there. This was the little fake out and then the flush, right? And as soon as you broke this 200-day moving average, that should have been your key. If you were in any of these coins in the 3 or the 4 hour time frame, this is the 2 hour, but it's still relatively close to the 3 hour there. Once you flushed below that 200-day, that should have been your indication to sell. That's your sell signal, right? We've been talking about that forever. And then if you can't hold this major area, right? If you can't hold your major area that you're at now, we got some very low targets down here. We can see our industry exclusive pointer tool. You can see one of our major low targets is 32,248. The bottom of the volume indicator, where if you're above it, you're bullish. You would think you would get a bounce. So your first bounce would be at 37,000, where you think there could be some buyers, or at the very bottom, 32,000, there could be some buyers, because you're not just going to flush straight through this zone. But if you break this zone right here, this major volume indicator, your next major area of support, there's some support resistance from 32,000 down to here, right? But your major support is down here at 11,000. There's a big area of open trading there. If you break this volume indicator, this major traded range, you have a huge flush on your hands. So we're going to keep an eye out on this, because we're coming back down to the $41,900 level, and then we're probably not going to be able to hold that after an initial bounce right down here. You're not going to be able to hold it. Let's get some of this nonsense off, some of these little dots. Right, see all this junk? Let's click that. Get that off. That's the problem. I don't know. Some of those, I don't know what they are. All right, thank you. We're done with you. So we'll just do this. But there we go. So what could happen, what more than likely would happen, is when you flush down, then you get some buyers come in, and then you back test. Now this has major upper resistance, the fib circle. Then you trade down, bounce a little bit more, and then you flush, right? It's not just going to flush right through it. There's going to be some trading in here, because this whole area, this is going to start when you slip below this orange fib circle, right? It's going to start acting as resistance. Right now it's acting as support, right? You've been getting supported on it back here. But as soon as you flush now, this time with some volume, and you flush through it and you come down to your underneath support, when you start to trade back up, this is going to act as major resistance. That's going to act as to keep you down, and will eventually force you down to the top part of the volume indicator, major traded area at $37,000. So major upper resistance, 56,450. Mid-ground support that you're coming to right now at your fib circle at 46,269. Underneath support, double bottom support of 41,796. And then if you break this double bottom, because you are coming here and then you are coming here, and if you can't bounce back north and you start to come south and start to get bearish and break this, you're coming down to 32,000 really quick. And that is a big flush of approximately 24%, right? So we're going to keep an eye on that in the Bitcoin. As we move along to XRP, you can see in the XRP, we're coming down, and it looks like what I think is going on is your next target. Let's get some of this noise out. Oops. That's why we like the laptop. You just Control Z that shit. So you see what looks like now is we got topped out. We never came up for that double top. We got rejected at this $1.01 area. We've broken below in the 2 hour time frame now, right? Let's go to the 3 hour because I'm always talking about the 3 or the 4 hour time frame. You can see we flushed below the moving average, so we're bearish. If you entered in XRP anywhere down here on a breakout, this is your sell zone now. You've dropped below the 200-day moving average. You're bearish now. If you bought it here on the breakout and played the pump, right, and it gave you time to sell up there, and you would have made a phenomenal from the 200-day moving average to the top. That would have been an easy 14%. Or if you bought it in on support down here, you've done even better. But this is your area to sell now. Jerome knows. Anyone that's been watching this channel, you break in the 3 or 4 hour time frame below a 200-day, it's bearish. Now you're probably coming, or you are going to come down to this upper zone right here, the short-term support at 81 cents. You could get bounced back to the 200-day. That would be downtrending, and then trade down into this white zone, and then you're going to eventually trade down and back test this old major upper resistance that when you were in this falling wedge, it was upper resistance right here, right there, and then finally at one more time there, and then it shot out, right? So your short term, what's going to go on here is you're breaking down. Your first target is going to be down here at the 81 cents. Let's move this into the current day. Your next target, let's get rid of that. Your next target after you break that would be down here on your major underneath support now that used to be overhead resistance at 75 cents. And then if you can't hold that, you're coming down to that double bottom at 57 cents from your flash crash double bottom low, right? That's where you're going to come down to. That's your step down. That's how you're going to step this down, right? See that? We got our little double bottom, our crash low, wick, 57 cents. So on the breakdown, your first area of support is 81. Once you break through that, 75, and then eventually 57 cents to come all the way down in a full lateral move after the buyers came in, and now the sellers are going to run this market down. And then you got even lower support lines. Let's get rid of that ugly one. Even more support lines down here. There's another major support level at 45 cents, right? So in an up and down fashion, each one of these times that it hits, it could be a potential buy zone. As you hit an 81 cents, you could get a little return rally up to the moving average, and then that would be the sell zone. Then you hit this buy area, and you ride it back up to upper resistance to here, and that's a sell. And then if it double bottoms, that could be a buy area back up to this major area of resistance, and then you sell because it's coming back down, right? There will be opportunities to make money. You just got to be more strategic in your buying. Like, subscribe, and share to Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing. Peace and love. Peace and love.